Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this presentation on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. I'm your host, Dominic Brown. Along with me is Caroline Sinek, and we got a good one for you here today, folks. It is the Wheaton College Thunder Volleyball taking on the Augustana Vikings. Now, Caroline, before we get into the game, I want to talk a little bit about this Thunder team, a team that definitely a young team, only 2 seniors on the roster, currently a lot of freshmen and sophomores. Picked to finish 7th in the preseason poll. However, they have an impressive 5-2 record so far. What have been sort of the keys to their success? And sorry for the interruption. And we had obviously the national anthem before I could phrase my question. Caroline, what are some of the reasons that we've seen this Wheaton team do so well over the course of these initial 7 games?
Yeah, great question, Dominic, because obviously Wheaton had 2 tough contests on the road to start off their season, but they're on a hot streak now, going on 4 wins. We've seen the young team just come out with a lot of confidence the past few games and honestly dominate. They in their tournament last weekend, they were winning 3 sets in a game and just dominating the other team.
Yeah, it's been impressive to see as they've definitely rattled off some wins lately. Definitely also some resilience in this team, as we see in their first 2 wins. One of them against being Wisconsin Lutheran, the other being Milwaukee School of Engineering. How they came back down 2 sets and came all the way back to win. So definitely a lot of resilience in this team early on.
Yeah, for sure. And we've got a really exciting game tonight. Their first conference game coming out. They've got a full squad. They are missing a few key players. We have Bree Gilbert in the libero role, usually filled by Allie High, but she is out tonight, it looks like.
Yeah, that's going to be really key to this game, as we see with Diggs. We have Allie High leading the team with 111. So Bree Gilbert taking over in that role is going to be key. See how she performs tonight.
Yeah, a lot smaller team tonight. Both captains missing.
Well, we're going to really see how this young team adjusts to their first conference play.
But a very exciting game. First conference game. They're looking to prove themselves. And I'm sure that the coach is looking for some new faces to step up in the absence of their leaders.
Yep, well, we are almost about ready to go. Let's see here. We have, it's going to be, let's see who starts off with the serve. Right now on the court for Wheaton, we have Jordan Benford, Lancy Higgins at number 7, Jordan Benford number 3, Trey Weck, number 17, Abby Lawson, number 4, Faith Bailey, number 6, and then Caroline Capson, number 10.
Yeah, so this is a completely underclassmen lineup.
Then for Augustana, let's see if I can get the names. We have Emily Shipper in number 7, number 23, Janiyah Davis. We have number 17, Emile Bear-Ross. And then as well, number 7, Emily Shipper already said. And then number 8, Jaden Julius, among some of the others starting for the Vikings. As we are underway with Higgins with the serves. Dig out, set by number 17. He's going to send it over. A nice dig by Trawek. The set by Higgins, and that's going to be a nice hit. And it's going to be a kill for the Thunder to open up the set.
There by Trawek.
Right, Higgins will be back on the service. Setter in her freshman year as well. Dig out by there. Libero set, sent over, and that's going to be... That is...
Looks like that was out.
Yep, that's going to be out.
Oh, wait, no. That was in. That was in.
Nice.
Very close. Right on the line there, but they got it in.
Right. We have Grace Vranikar back for service for the Vikings. She'll send it over. Dig out by Treywick. Set by Higgins. Going to be sent over by Treywick across the court. Dig by Jervis. He's going to be set, and there's going to be a violation. I believe that's going to be on Wheaton touching the net. It'll be number 6, Faith Bailey, on the violation.
Well, only 3 subs over on the Wheaton bench, but they are carrying the energy tonight.
Dig out by Treywick. Going to be set by Higgins. Lawson sent over and rejected at the rim. Checked at the rim by number 30, Sydney Kruger for the Vikings. Can be sent over again. Dig by Gilbert. Sent over. Treywick with the tap and a nice... Oh, no! It was saved at the last minute. What a save by the Vikings. Going to be trapped over again by Bailey. Going to be sent over by Lawson. Set the slam, and it's going to be in.
Well, that was a powerful kill there.
30, Sydney Kruger on the hill. We'll see how much of an impact she plays tonight.
The Vikings on a bit of a streak. Now let's see if Wheaton can stop them.
Let's see. It's sent over by Caps. The set, the floater over, and it's going to be in for the Vikings. Went with the floater there. Now have a 1 lead. The dig out by Gilbert, set by Higgins, sent across by Lawson, and that's going to be the kill.
Well, that was a powerful dig by the freshman Lawson, and a great powerful kill, by Lawson, but a great dig by Gilbert, who's stepping in as libero. I'm excited to see her more tonight.
Trawek in, one of the big hitters for this Wheaton team, second the team behind Caps and kills. It's going to be dug out by Caps, sent over by Lawson. He sent over. Dig by Treywick. Set by Higgins. Set again. Tapped over. Attempted to be saved by Treywick, and that's going to be out.
The Vikings are loving the taps tonight. We see here on the replay just a little placement there, and it was just out of reach for the Wheaton Thunder. Very smart play there by the Vikings.
We're going to have rotation. I believe that will be number 8, Jaden Julius here on the serve. Set up, send attempt again by Lawson. Set, and that's going to be a kill for the Thunder.
Well, the Thunder get a nice break there. And let's see if they can make a run of their own.
Really seeing a lot of Abby Lawson here on the attacks tonight. Gilbert, the libero, will be back for service for the Thunder. We'll send it over, and it's going to be a failed dig attempt. That's going to be out. Another point for the Thunder as they start to gain some traction here in the early goings.
Yeah, great serve by Gilbert. That's got to be a confidence booster.
The Gilbert again here on the serve. Going to send it over. Dig out, set back. It's going to be another dig by Gilbert sent over by Caps, rejected at the net. Nice diving attempt by number 8 on Augustana, sent over by 7. Rejected at the rim by Benford. Sent over. Nice diving stop, but it comes up short.
Well, that was an entertaining volley. But great placement at the last minute there by the Vikings. A lot of good blocks there, a lot of strong kills. We're seeing a lot of power, a lot of energy out of these ladies tonight.
We're going to get some substitutions in here for the Vikings. Have number 8, Jaden Julius, back on the serve. Dig out by Gilbert. The tap across by Caps. I think number 27 is going to send it across. Emerson with the dig out. Sent over by Caps again. Sent over. And then we're going to see a tap by Benford. With another sent over by Benford. A bit of a hectic point there. And it's going to be sent over softly at the rim by number 17, Amy Bear-Ross.
Yeah, great tap over there. She was just above the net, and there was nothing the Thunder could do there. But we saw freshman Benford all over the place, getting that ball back over the net.
Definitely a lot of hustle in the Beloit game. And there's going to be a handling error there on Lawson.
Looked like just a little bit of miscommunication, but it is a very new lineup for the Thunder tonight, so I'm excited to see them warm up as they continue to play.
And Rachel Galuzzo will be back for the serves for Augustana. Dug out by Gilbert. Going to be the spike by Benford. Sent at the rim, but there was a net violation as Kruger was touching the net.
Well, it looks like we'll go into a timeout, and that was a bit deflating there to get the violation. That's always a disappointing moment for any volleyball player.
As we see Augustana open up a 10-4 lead here in the first set. So far, we've seen a lot of Abby Lawson for the Thunder. See, they're going to be needing to rely on her throughout this game.
Yeah, Lawson coming in very strong, really powerful on the kill, which I love to see. We also have Caps, as always. She's the leading in the kills column, and she's continuing. She's very consistent, so I hope to see a lot more sets from her, or sets to her and kills from her, and as well as just good receiving on the Thunder end. We see Gilbert taking a lot of digs, as well as Treywick stepping in.
Yeah, we're going to need to see definitely some more communication for the Thunder as the game goes on. Obviously, with some of the injuries they've been dealing with, definitely makes sense that they would be a little raw out of the gate. Let's see if the Thunder can turn it around here after the timeout. Rachel Galuzzo back on the service for the Vikings. Junior out of West Des Moines, Iowa. And we are all set to go out of the timeout. Galuzzo sends it over. Dig out by Trowek. Set by Higgins. Slam by Benford. And that's going to be a nice kill for the freshman, Jordan Benford.
Great kill by Benford. That's exactly what the Thunder need. They can't afford to have an easy free ball for the Vikings. They really need those strong, powerful kills that Benford and Lawson are doing a great job of sending over.
Speaking of Lawson, we're going to have her back on the service for the Thunder. They dig out by 27, set by 17, and that is going to be a nice spike. A nice kill.
Yeah, that was very close on the line, but the Vikings got it.
It's going to be number 27 for the Vikings, Caroline Hurst, their team leader in kills. Sent over. Dig out by Lawson. Sent over by Higgins. Be tapped by Bear-Ross, and it's going to be a kill for the Vikings. Let's see here, number 30, Sydney Krug is going to be back serving for the Vikings. She's going to send it over. Gilbert with the dig, set by Higgins, tapped across by Benford. Reset. Dug out again by Benford. Treywick's going to send it over, and she's going to get the kill.
Great kill by Treywick there. Here we see the replay. Nice set, and she just gets a lot of power. Great placement in the back, and no Viking was there to save it.
Caroline Caps will be on the service for the Thunder. Dug out by, sent by number 17, sent over by Hurst. Be sent over by Treywick this time. Dug out, set, sent over by Vanikar. And a bit of a miscommunication, and we're going to have a violation on the Vikings.
Will the Thunder get a free point there and hoping to cut this lead down? It's 5 right now, so.
Yep. We have a service by Caps. Dug out by number 24, Ashley Aubrey, Vikings. And that dig attempt is going to go out for Bree Gilbert. It'll be a 13-7 lead here for the Vikings. We'll have number 17, Emile Bear-Ross, back for the Vikings for the service. The setter in her junior year. Send it over. Dig out by Lawson. Set by Higgins. Slam by Treywick, and it's going to be good.
Well, you had to know that was coming when you saw her jump up for that. You could just see it in her jump, in her face. That was going to be a powerful ball straight onto the Vikings. They tried to block it, but there was nothing they could do.
It's Treywick, second in kills with 67 on the team. Benford will be back for the service. She'll send it over. Dig out by Vanikar. Can be sent over by Hurst. Set. A tap by Bailey over the rim. The net. And that one is going to be out. The Thunder cut into the lead. It's going to be 13-9. Benford back for the service again. Wheaton looking to make up this deficit. Been on a little bit of a run. It's going to be sent it over. Set over by Hurst. Dig by Lawson. Treywick with the tap. A little bit of mishandling over on the Viking side. We set over. Treywick again, and that's going to be in. Emerson Treywick with the kill.
I'm telling you, she's got that same face. You can see it in her eyes when she's going to kill it down there. You just know. She's got a powerful arm. I love to see it. Hope to see more.
Benford will be back on service again. The Viking lead now down to 3, and that's going to be an ace for Benford.
The freshman out of Arkansas.
Impressive run here by the freshman Jordan Benford, showing a lot of hustle and heart for this Thunder team. He back on the surface again. It's going to be dug out there by Galuzzo. Sent over by Hurst. And he sent directly over by Lawson. Nice save. Kill attempt by Kruger. Be sent over again by Treywick. Going to be set directly over. Nice diving bid by Benford, but it's going to come up short. Good effort by Benford there, but just quite not enough.
Yeah, good hustle. And Gilbert comes in to give Benford a much-deserved break. I'm sure Coach Stephanie Schmidt is very proud of her freshman there and excited to see her get some more minutes.
Hurst is going to be on the serve. She'll send it out by Cap, sent over by Bailey, and there's a kill for the freshman. Faith Bailey.
Well, talk about a vertical. You send that thing down.
We'll have Lancey Higgins now back on the service for the Thunder. Now the Viking lead is down to 2. We'll send it over. Dig out by Vanikar. He's going to be sent over by Kruger. Tap back, and is that going to be? That is going to be out.
Well, a risky move there. Might have worked just a little bit long. They had a nice block. Just couldn't get the right placement there, but excited to see that move again.
We have Grace Vanikar back on the service for the Viking. It's going to be set by Higgins. Sent over by Bailey. And we send over again by Schreiber. Treywick with a nice tap, and is that going to be kept alive? And wow. It's going to be a nice kill for the Thunder.
It looks like she used her foot there.
That's kind of bizarre. I don't know if I've seen that one before.
I have never seen that before, but I think it counts. And here's the replay. Yeah, she just got her right foot on it, and it went right over.
The refs did not call it, so yeah. Neither will we. And it's going to be a service error here by Treywick. Going to push the Viking lead out to 4.
Yeah, the Thunder inching up.
We're going to have number 8, Jaden Julius here on the service for the Vikings. We'll send it over. Dig out by Gilbert. Set by Higgins. Spike by Lawson, and it's going to be good. There's Abby Lawson coming in clutch for the Thunder.
Great kill there by the freshman out of Texas.
The Viking lead trimmed back down to 2. Here's Bree Gilbert, the libero, here on the service. We send it over. It's going to be sent across by Julius. Saved by Treywick, sent by Caps, and that's going to be good. Nice kill for Caroline Caps.
Yeah, really beautiful there. Treywick, good hustle there to get the assist there. And Caps just sends it over with a lot of power.
And it is now a 1-point lead for the Vikings. The Thunder coming in fast and furious. Will be sent over by Gilbert. Yep. By number 7, and there's going to be an error on Emily Schripper.
Looks like she just got a little too excited there. Might have been a good
And
move.
the Vikings are going to need to talk it over as it is now a tie game. 16-16 here in the first set.
Yeah, what an exciting game here. We got a close match, a lot of energy.
Yep, you definitely see Wheaton re-energized, more organized after that timeout call by Schmidt. What are some of the ways that they looked like they adjusted after that timeout?
Yeah, well, you saw them down, you know. I think that they were playing defense, you know, they were giving Vikings some free balls, and it looked like they were kind of still getting in their rhythm, but lately, you know, we've seen a lot of aggression, we've seen some strong kills, better receiving, and just less errors in general.
Also definitely see the emergence of Emerson Treywick here. Definitely a little bit quiet before the timeout, but after the timeout, they were getting her a lot of opportunities, able to make an impact in this game.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see all these underclassmen step up. You know, it's got to be a great opportunity, a great story for motivation, just as, you know, they're underhanded here, but they're coming out first conference game and just showing them what they got.
We have, speaking of which, we have Bree Gilbert, her first start in here as a libero. Normally Allie High, the senior, would be in that role. Here Gilbert will send it over. Dig out by Vanikar. Set by number 17, Bear Ross. By Bear Ross again, sent over. Treywick now with the set. Caps is going to send it over. Nice dig out by Vanikar. Sent over, and there's going to be an error.
Well, Benford is fearless at the net. 5'8", but she is getting in it, getting blocks, and she's just up there. I love the energy.
Jordan Benford definitely been one of the highlights as Wheaton takes the lead here, 17-16. Gilbert will send it back over, dig out by Vanikar, and that's going to be an ace.
Lots of smiles on the Thunder faces. It feels good to get a point that you don't have to work too hard for.
Gilbert will continue the service as Wheaton is now opened a 2-point lead here on the Vikings. Gilbert will send it over, and there's going to be another ace. No, they got to send it over now. As Gilbert will take the dig, set by Higgins, sent over by Benford. Dug out again by number 7, and that's going to be in. Nice kill there by the Vikings.
Well, yeah, they got a beautiful set. Great opportunity. There was just no one in the back there. Gilbert tried to dive for it, but it was just too far left for her.
Some substitutions here for the Vikings. Number 5, Rachel Galuzzo will be back in the game along with Caroline Hurst. Galuzzo will send it over. Dig out by Gilbert. Set by Higgins. A spike by Caps, and it's going to be rejected at the rim. It's going to be number 30, Sydney Kruger there for the Vikings.
Well, nice step by Higgins. Caps usually kills that just a little bit low that time.
Galuzzo sent back over. Dug out by Treywick, and that's going to be a nasty spike there.
Well, it was just kind of given right to her, and she took the opportunity and ran with it.
Vikings now have a 1-point lead here over the Thunder. Nice diving attempt by Gilbert. Is going to be sent over by Treywick. Out set by Bear Ross, and that's going to be good for the Vikings.
Well, the Vikings are starting to match the hustle, match the energy. Looks like they readjust in the timeout as well.
Yep, and Coach Schmidt wants to talk it over for the Thunder. Definitely coming out hot for the Vikings as they reclaim a 2-point lead there. A little bit of miscommunication there on the Wheaton side. But still definitely within reach, a two-point game.
Yeah, getting down to the wire. Let's see if the Thunder can finish it off here, bring a lot of energy. You wonder what Coach Schmidt is preaching to her girls right now in the huddle.
Definitely impressive that this young group has gone toe-to-toe with the Vikings, especially as they are understaffed currently.
Yeah, missing both of their captains tonight. I think we mentioned Allie High, Naomi Bunker, both out. High was leading in digs. Bunker was is a great kill.
Yep, Naomi Bunker definitely leading the team in blocks as the middle blocker there. And see, Galuzzo will be back on the service for the Vikings. Currently have a 2-point lead, 5 points till the end of the set. Galuzzo here, sends it over. Dig out by Gilbert. Passed over by Higgins. Over by Hurst. Gilbert with a gill. Set by Higgins. Sent over by Benford. The diving attempt, but it's going to be no good. There's going to be another kill for Jordan Benford.
And that is just the point the Thunder needed to get them on a roll. That was a nice placement there by Benford.
Abby Lawson will be back here for the service for the Thunder. We'll send it over and directly into the net. It's going to be a service error for the Thunder. It's going to be a 2-point lead for the Vikings.
Well, we'll see if the Thunder can bounce back from that error here on this next point.
We have number 30, Sydney Kruger here for the send. Going to be a service, and it's going to be out.
Out of bounds, another freebie there.
We traded service errors here, a rare display. We have Caroline Capps back for the service for Thunder here in a 1-point game, getting really down to the wire.
And there she gets the ball.
Capps will send it over. Dug out by number 24, Aubrey. Set by Higgins, tap over by Trawek. Dug out by Hurst. Be a kill by Hurst, but blocked at the rim by Lawson and Benford. Sent over by Treyweck. Reset by Bear Ross. Sent over, and that's going to be in for Caroline Hurst.
Well, one of the longer rallies we've seen here. A lot of spikes there, but that last one just took the cake.
Caroline Hurst, one of the leading kill leaders for the Vikings at 70 on the season. Going to be sent over by number 17, Bear Ross. Be rejected at the rim, but that's going to, I believe, be a rim violation by Lawson, or a net violation by Lawson. The Vikings are going to open up a 3-point lead here, having 2 more points to match. The Bear Ross here, the setter, back on the service for the Vikings. Send it over. Set by Capps, sent over by Benford. It's going to be rejected at the rim. I believe that was number 23, Janiah Davis, the middle blocker there for the Vikings.
Yeah, well, communication seems to be hurting the Thunder here. It's
going to be here a match point for the Vikings here in this first set. We sent over, dug out by Capps. We got to be sent over again by Capps. Set by Bear Ross, sent over by Davis, saved by Capps, rejection at the rim, and that's going to be, I believe, a net violation there, as Wheaton will get another point.
Well, good job by the Thunder to stick with it. Lawson there, taking a good receive.
There we go. Benford will be back for the Thunder for the service. Send it over, dug out by Vanikar, sent over by Hurst. And that's going to be the set as the Vikings take this first one, 25-21. Definitely a competitive set, but the Thunder come up just short.
Yeah, well, you see a lot of players just in positions that they haven't had to take on this early in the season. So some miscommunication. We see players going for the same ball, but that just comes with time, and this lineup is so new, and we'll see how they adjust and how they come back this second set.
Of course, and we definitely saw some highlights during the set, one of them being Jordan Benford, definitely showing a lot of hustle out there, definitely coming in clutch for her team in the absence of some of their more senior presences.
Yeah, Benford was all over. I mean, a lot of players are having to cover a lot of ground. We saw her receive, we saw her block, and we saw her getting a few good kills there.
Along with that, for the Augustana side, definitely saw a lot of good communication on their end and a lot of good play by Caroline Hurst towards the end. Their leading outside blocker, or outside hitter, excuse me.
Yeah.
As we head into the second set, what do we think are going to be some of the keys that Wheaton's going to need to remember as they want to turn the tides in this one?
Well, honestly, I want to see Caps and Treywick, sorry, looking at the pronunciation there, but Caps and Treywick, I think that they can take over this game. I think that the Thunder can start getting some good connections and really forcing Augustana to receive strong kills from their side and not making it easy for the Vikings. I think that that's key. They can't play defensive. They've got to really be aggressive here.
Definitely, as we see in some of their earlier games, that Caps and Treywick was their bread and butter, those attackers on the outside. And then here on the defensive end, we see Bree Gilbert stepping up in the place of Allie High, obviously doing a pretty good job in her absence.
Yeah, as well as freshman, number 4, Abby Lawson, freshman, coming in with some strong kills, some good serves, and just I see the freshmen gaining their confidence, building confidence, and that's going to be key as we go into the next couple of sets.
Well, if the Vikings are looking for some success against Wheaton, they hasn't been in their recent history. In their last meeting between the sides in October of 21, Wheaton came up with a 3-0 sweep over the Vikings to end a losing streak. So definitely the Thunder looking to gain some momentum in the series in total here against the Vikings. Definitely good to see our first conference matchup here.
Yeah.
Ready for the second set of this competition.
Thunder looking to bounce back here.
Coach Schmidt still giving some words of wisdom, and now we see the Thunder coming onto the court. Caps at number 10, Bailey at number 6, Lawson 4, Higgins at 7, and Benford 3, and as well as Treywick will start out for the Thunder.
Yeah, and these 7 are really playing the entire time. This rotation is really locked in.
There hasn't been a lot of substitutions or any at all, really, for the Thunder. They're going to have the same team out there. Let's see how that plays down the stretch.
Yeah, the girls got to be rested. They had a tournament this past weekend, but a few days to rest up, and they were playing, 2 games in that tournament. So
definitely an impressive tournament for the Thunder, where they went 3-0, beating teams in rather dominant fashion, I would say, especially against the last 2 games in Beloit. Treywick's going to start out here with a dig for Wheaton. Sent over by Treywick, rejected at the rim, and he tapped over. Again, the dig by Gilbert, sent over by Lawson, and Wheaton will start with the first kill.
Well, they worked for that point. We saw some great reflexes. Good dig there by Gilbert, and a beautiful kill by the freshman again.
And good to see Wheaton coming out with the first point here. Treywick will be back on the service, set by Vanikar. The spike, and that's going to be, I believe, off the hands of Higgins and out.
Well, Emily Shipper just got too much power on that kill for any player
dig
to
out
handle.
By Treywick. It's going to be sent over lightly by Caps. Sent over by Schreiber, and that's going to be, I believe, a kill for the Vikings.
Schreiber again, she's on a roll. The Thunder will have to watch out for her, maybe get some blocks going to discourage her.
Renekar, the libero, will be back for the service. Dug out by Gilbert. Set by Higgins. Sent across by Lawson, and that's going to be a nice kill for Abby Lawson.
And Lawson responds. I love the confidence here. And she just makes it look so easy.
We see Gilbert will be back for the service. So far in the set, it's going to be a 2-2 game. Gilbert will send it over. Dug out. Be sent across by Kruger, but it will be out.
Yeah, number 30, Kruger. A lot of power there. Just not quite in the right direction, but we've seen she can kill it.
Yep. You see Lawson. Sorry, Gilbert will send it over and right into the net for a service error, as that'll even things out here at 3. And for the Vikings, we will have number 8, Jaden Julius, will be back for the service. Dug out by Trawick. It's going to be sent over, rejected at the rim, and it's unfortunately going to fall flat for the Thunder.
Well, another time we see the Thunder scrambling again. Quick reflexes, just couldn't get it quite over that time.
It'll be dug out by Gilbert, set by Higgins. Spike over by Lawson, and that's going to find some floor.
Lawson again. And she has been on a roll since this past weekend, the Scribner tournament. She's really been showing out, showing that she can play in her first season here as a Wheaton Thunder.
Speaking of which, Abby Lawson will be back on the service, and there's going to be an ace for the freshman. Abby Lawson here giving the Thunder some life and giving them a 5-4 lead here in the second set. Will again be back on the service. We send it over. Dug out. Be sent over by Bear Gross. Set by Higgins. Spike by Caps, and that's going to be good. Wheaton starting to get back to their bread and butter here with Caps on the outside.
Yeah, great kill there by Caps.
Lawson will be back again on the service. Send it over. Dug out by Renekar, set by Gross, and going to be kept alive here as Gilbert will send it back over. And I believe that was Schreiber here on the return, and Benford will find floor on the other side. Nice kill for Jordan Benford.
And the freshmen are all over the place.
We're seeing a great freshman influence here on this team. They're carrying them with a lot of momentum here in the second set. Sent over by Lawson, dug out by Jervis, and that's going to be rejected at the rim. Benford and Higgins there on the block.
Well, way to be there by the Thunder, just out of bounds.
The correction, that was a bit out of bounds.
We see some subs here for the Vikings. By contrast, they have a full bench over on their side.
We'll have Galuzzo, here Rachel Galuzzo, back on the service for the Vikings.
Bit of a discussion over at the scores table. Not sure what it's about.
A little bit of hold up here. All right, there we go. After the discussion, we dug out by Trawick, sent over Caps. We'll send it across, but it's going to be out. A little too much power there for Caps.
And Caps was ready, just a little bit too ready. But let's see, I'm sure she'll make the adjustment on her next kill.
Galuzzo set back for the service, dug out by Gilbert, but a little too strong. It's going to be another point for the Vikings as they tie it here at 7. Have Galuzzo back on the service. She'll send it across. Dug out by Trawick, set by Caps. She'll send it over. Nice diving play by Vranikar. And that's going to be kept alive off the foot by Trawick.
Another foot play.
And sent over by Higgins, and it's gonna find floor. What a kill for the Thunder.
They get the point. The bench is just ecstatic. Let's see if they show. It doesn't look like they show the foot on the replay, but
Wow.
2 in 1 game.
2 foot saves in one game. That is unbelievable.
Could not have guessed that from the write-ups.
He'll be sent over by Caps. Set there by Bear Gross. He's going to be dug out by Caps. Sent over by Lawson, and it's going to be in. It's going to be in. The Vikings here in a bit of confusion. The refs might want to talk this one over.
Let's see. I'm not sure what happened there. I didn't see if it was in or out. We see libero.
I believe that's Grace Veranikar asking the line judge who touched that ball. If I heard correctly. Well, the Thunder will certainly take it as Caps will send it over. The set, the save, and that's not going to be enough.
Caps is just too strong.
And Aaron set there by number 24, Ashley Aubrey.
Couldn't handle that.
Cass will be back on the surface again. She will send it over. Dug out by Veranikar. By Bear Gross. Set across by Hurst because it's going to be rejected at the rim by Benford. Kept alive by the Vikings. Be set by Caps. Sent over by Benford but rejected at the rim by Kruger.
Well, the Vikings came out strong. It looked like they were eager to get that point back. And a great block there. They did.
And Kruger now responsible for the block will now be on the service. The junior from Colorado Springs here. I think we have the Augustana coach. Want to talk things over, Kelly Bethke. Talk things over with her players before we get going. We'll send it over. Dig out by Gilbert. Typed over nicely by Treywick, but saved by the Vikings. Can be sent over by Hurst, and that's going to be out. A bit too much power there for Caroline Hurst on the Viking end, and the Thunder will take it.
It looks like either the Thunder tipped that. Not sure. I think it might be Viking ball there.
Judges saying they're ruling a tip on Bree Gilbert, and Schmidt's going to have some words for the referee here.
Well, again, a young team, but can't stress this enough. There are 4 freshmen on the floor, or 3 sophomores, 3 freshmen right now. It's very young.
And currently, the Thunder definitely holding their own, keeping it competitive with the Vikings.
Yeah.
The mostly upperclassmen team for Augustana here. Kruger, the junior, will be back. She will send it over. Be dug out by Lawson. Set by Higgins, sent over by Benford, and that's going to be a nice kill for the freshman Jordan Benford.
Well, picture perfect there by Benford. She wanted it there, and she got it.
You see Benford herself will be back on the service for the Thunder. We'll send it over. Dug out by Veranikar. Be sent over by Hurst. Sent up by Lawson. The attempt by Treywick, no good. Sent over by Hurst, dug out by Treywick, set over by Higgins, saved there by Lawson, set by Higgins again. Treywick will send it over. Bear Gross will send it directly over. The sideways set, still going here, as Benford will set it up for Treywick. This point's going to keep going on as we see a good volley here developing. Higgins will send it over, and it's going to be a save for the Vikings. Unbelievable diving there. And Bailey will send it over. Hurst will send it over, but no good, and I believe it's going to be out on the rejection.
Yeah, looks like it, and that has by far got to be the longest volley we've seen tonight.
It was definitely a long one there. A lot of good play there. Definitely a great diving bid at the end by the Vikings.
Yeah, a bit def.
Right. We have Bear Gross here on the service. Dug out by Caps. Tapped over, and a nice tap over by Faith Bailey. will bring the Wheaton lead out to 2.
Yeah, Bailey, another freshman out of Minnesota. She stands tall at 6'1", one of the tallest on the team.
And Higgins will send it over. A nice serve by Higgins. Had to be a diving attempt, and that one is going to dance on the rim there.
Yeah.
From Janai Davis, the middle blocker for the Vikings.
And she just has a shocked look on her face, but obviously very pleased that she got that one to roll.
We'll see Caroline Hurst here back for the Vikings. The dig out by Gilbert, sent over by Treywick, and that's going to be too much power. It's going to be out. We'll see here a tied set. Hurst will be back on the service, sent over, and there's going to be a service error for Caroline Hurst.
Well, these two teams are just back and forth. The Thunder really need to go on a run here. That would be great for their momentum and just to seal this match right here.
It's going to definitely don't want to be battling back again from down 2 sets. Set by Gross, sent over, rejected at the rim by Caps. Sent over again, and the diving bid by Gilbert, not going to be good.
Well, good placement, and it's tied up yet again. Gilbert again diving all over, fulfilling those libero duties.
13-13, another tight one here. As Ranikar will send it over. Dug out by Treywick, sent over by Caps, and that's going to be good. Caroline Caps with the kill.
And that was flying. Just so much power on that ball. I'd love to get a measurement on how fast that was going.
Yeah, gotta calculate the velocity there.
Yeah.
for our STEM majors listening. And sent over by Gilbert, dug out by Vranikar. Set up. He's going to be dug out by Gilbert on the Wheaton side. Be sent over by Caps, and there's going to be another kill for Caroline Caps.
And Caps with the strength again. Almost sends the Viking, does send the Viking falling over, trying to get that one up.
Definitely want to calculate the velocity on that one too.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe even faster than the last one.
Gilbert will be back here on the service. Dug out by Augustana, and it's going to be off the hands of Caps.
Well, that was an unfortunate mistake there as we were getting some momentum, but I'm sure the Thunder can get it back here.
We have a 15-14 lead here for the Thunder, as Julius will be on the service. Be set by Higgins, sent down by Lawson, and it's going to be in.
Well, Lawson with a great angle on that too. We can talk about angles too. That was just going straight down. There's nothing the Vikings could do about it.
And what a kill there for the freshman Abby Lawson. She will send it over. Dug out there by Jervis. He sent over, and that's going to be in right on the line there for the Vikings.
Well, we saw shipper number 7 is dangerous, and she's coming back out. Looks like she's going out for now, so the Thunder can relax. But
Emily Shipper entering the game with 63 kills, good for third on the Vikings. We will have Galuzzo back for the service. Be set by Higgins, sent over by Benford, the light tap, and that's not going to be able to be handled by the Vikings as Jordan Benford gets the kill.
Well, Benford loves that tip. It just kind of confuses the Vikings and makes it really hard to get that back over.
We will have Caps here on the service, send it over, dug out by Galuzzo, and it's going to be a tap over by Treywick. There's going to be a timeout there. Leave for the Vikings. They're going to want to talk things over as Wheaton has a 3-point lead. We saw during, at least between these two breaks, some good play definitely by both teams. We definitely saw Caroline Caps starting to heat up there in those last few minutes.
Yeah, Caroline with a lot of power. Lawson getting momentum. Like I said, I wanted to see those spikers take over. I saw a lot of power. Sometimes too much power, which causes some struggles for the Thunder when they're getting some out of bounds calls. But It's a close game. We got a 3-point lead, and the Thunder looking to finish this one out and tie it up at 1-1.
Definitely, as mentioned earlier, 2 of the first wins by the Thunder on the year were against Milwaukee School of Engineering and Wisconsin Lutheran. Both of those games, the Wheaton fell behind 2-0 and had to work their way back. You definitely don't want to be in that position again, although the Thunder have shown that they can dig out of it.
Yeah, good to have that confidence, but the past couple matches they have been dominating, have been getting out with 3 sets and pretty easily. But this is a good competitive game, gives the Thunder a challenge even for these youngsters.
Will be sent over by Caps. There, set by Beargrow. Sent over by Hurst. He's going to be dug out by Gilbert. Set by Higgins, and then a light tap by Benford will be kept alive by the Vikings. Hurst again there, dug out by Gilbert. Be set there by Higgins, sent over by Caps. And that is going to be out, I believe, off the referee there.
Yeah, Caps hits the ref. Don't know if she was aiming for him, if maybe there were some calls she didn't like. She was maybe trying to...
Maybe a little bit of revenge there, potentially.
Trying to send a message. I like it.
Here's Sydney Kruger back on the service for the Vikings. The dugout by Caps. The light tap by Treywick. He's going to be kept alive for now. Be sent over by the Vikings. Quite an impressive save there, as Higgins is going to try to send it over. Diving bid by number 24, Aubrey, and couldn't quite keep it alive. The Vikings doing all they can there, but unable to keep it alive.
Yeah, you can tell both these teams really want it. They're running for it. You can even see it on their faces. They're just going after every ball, really leaving it all out there. And it looks like we got some sweat on the floor, which makes sense.
Definitely a lot of grit and tenacity from both of these two teams here.
Love to see it. These are the games you love to watch. Competitive, fun, a lot going on.
Yep, definitely gotten the crowd energized a few times on some of those longer volleys. We look to see that number 17 for the Vikings, Emily Bear-Ross, is being attended to a bit.
Nothing our athletic trainer Tanya can't handle.
Of course. All right, and Benford will be back on the service. The Thunder with a 19-16 lead here in the second set. Benford will send it over. Dug out there by Galuzzo. Set by Bear-Ross, sent over by Hurst, and that's going to be out.
And Benford does a great job of following that ball to the line and making sure it was out and not getting any touch on it. And here she goes to serve it.
And Benford will be back on the service. A 20-16 lead here for the Thunder. Be dug out by Galuzzo, set by Vanikar, sent over by Hurst. Dug out by Benford, set by Higgins for the Wheaton side, sent over by Bailey, and that'll be good for the kill.
Wow, we see Bailey there, the freshman out of Michigan, and again, just forcing the Vikings to take a hit from their kills there.
Absolutely. That was, I believe, off the face of number 1, Grace Vanikar.
Yeah, great placement. Just could not get her hands to receive that ball.
And Wheaton coming out definitely with a lot of power, making the Vikings work in that last section between the two timeouts. As we see Wheaton approaching the 25-point mark, looking to get this second set here. And we can see the Thunder secure this one. This will be one of the closer games, actually, in the Thunder schedule. A lot of the rest of them were dominating wins over Concordia, Chicago, Laureus, and Beloit during the Invitational. And then early on, we definitely saw the Thunder in some more lopsided losses. Although, albeit Calvin University, one of the better teams in Division, definitely a tough challenge for a young team, but they've rebounded since. And we'll see what they've got in one of these closer sets. Benford here will be back on the service with Thunder as they nurse a 5-point lead, looking to close out this set and even it up at 1. Sent over by Benford, dug out by Galuzzo, set by Bear-Ross, sent over by Hurst. Nice save there by Benford, set by Higgins, sent over by Treywick. Be the set from Bear Hurst, sent over by Hurst, and that's going to be good. Right on the line for Caroline Hurst.
Well, those long balls are really tough for both teams to catch.
All right, so we have
it's a 4-point game.
Number 17, Emile Bear Ross back there on the service. Be set by Cap, sent over directly by Higgins, and that's going to be saved somehow. And that's going to be off the net. Be sent over by Kruger and rejected at the rim by Faith Bailey.
What a beautiful block there, just jumping in unison. They're right there, and they say, no, not today.
Yep. So apologies on the name, Emile Bear Ross. He sent over by Higgins. Hurst with the dig, set by Bear Ross. Dug again by Gilbert. Sent over by Bailey. And believe they're going to call a tip, so that's going to be good. Believe for the Thunder.
Yeah, and that gets them to 23.
That'll be one more point away from match. We see number 25, Jenny Dunner, the middle blocker from Longmont, Colorado, here coming in the first time, I believe she has been in the game for the Vikings. Be sent over by Higgins, dug out by Galuzzo, tapped over by Dunner, and that's going to be a miscommunication there on the Wheaton side as the Vikings, trim the lead.
Yeah, that's got to be a tough hit for the Thunder. They had it right there, ready to get that hit across, just couldn't quite finish it.
So we see number 27, Caroline Hurst, back for the service, set by Higgins, sent over by Lawson, but directly into the net. We see the Augustana start to creep back here, be a 23-19 lead.
Yeah, they're seeing some life, seeing some opportunity.
They're dug out there by Treywick, set by Higgins, sent over by Lawson. Dug out there by the libero of Ranikar. Dug out by Caps. We sent over. Treywick had to adjust and couldn't make it.
Yeah, really tough to hit that ball when you're backing up there for Treywick.
As now the Vikings have drawn within 3. Sent over by Hurst. Dug out by Gilbert. Set there. Spiked by Lawson. Sorry, hit by Lawson. Sent over, and that's going to be good for number 7, Emily Schripper.
Schripper again with a strong arm. And yeah, way back there. Couldn't quite reach it.
And now it's going to be a 2-point game here. And that's going to be sent directly into the net by Hurst. Definitely much needed there for the Thunder as it draws them within match point.
Yeah, great news for the Thunder.
Thunder here is going to be looking to close out the second set with a victory. Treywick will be back on the service. Be dug out there. The set sent over lightly by number 8, Jaden Julius. And Julius will get the kill there as the Vikings draw within 2. Ranikar will send it over. Dug out by Gilbert. Set by Higgins. Sent over by Lawson. Spiked there and rejected at the... Oh no, it was rejected. However, it was out of bounds.
Yeah, it was a nice rejection, but out of bounds, so it is the Vikings' point. A really close game here.
It's 24-23 here. Sent over by Ranikar. Dug out by Treywick. And she's just going to send it over the net. Oh, and maybe some help there from the Vikings.
Well, not what we expected for the final point, but it works.
Absolutely. A nice decision there by Treywick to send it over. A little bit of a miscommunication on the Vikings' end, and that will lead to a set victory there for Wheaton.
Yeah, tough way to drop a match, or a set, sorry. But we are tied up at 1-1. Great game, great competition here.
Definitely we saw a bit of offensive adjustment there for the Thunder. So we saw more of Caps and Treywick getting into the game. What are some of the highlights that we've seen as this Thunder team has started to gain a rhythm throughout this game here?
Yeah, well, like you said, I think rhythm has been really key for the Thunder. Obviously, coming into this game, they didn't have a lot of chemistry with the lineup they had, but they've really been growing in that way. I see a lot more confidence from the spikers here. We got Treywick and Lawson talking to Coach Schmidt now, just getting some tips.
And for Augustana, definitely going to need to make some adjustments as well. They're looking for their first win since September 3rd against Buena Vista. In their last game they dropped against Co there in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, as they went to, I believe, was a road trip. They coming in at 5-3. They're projected to be behind Wheaton in the CCIW preseason poll. We see, however, the Vikings coming out with a lot of tenacity and heart and keeping things close with the Thunder. Definitely a back and forth game.
Yeah, the Thunder have really been on fire recently. And like you said, they had that early game at Calvin, a tough contest. They actually had around 1,500 fans there, a lot more than we have now in King Arena.
Yeah, I was definitely seeing the live stream that the Calvin fans are definitely show out for their team, as they are one of the better teams in Division III.
Yeah, that's got to be a good environment for the Thunder to play in early. Gets them ready for their conference games down the road and these competitive games with a lot of energy going on.
Absolutely, and it will definitely be a good test without their main seniors out there. Definitely a good test against a conference opponent.
Yeah, Bunker missing, High missing, but a lot of grit here, a lot of perseverance, and this has got to be a teachable game for the Thunder.
As we see the clock winding down, the Thunder will look to take a 2-1 advantage here over the Vikings in the third set. So we can see a similar lineup coming back out yet again. Thunder, as we see Bailey, Caps, Benford, Lawson, and Higgins on the floor. I'm still waiting for one more, and that will be Treywick. And seeing as I believe Wheaton won the last set, they will start here with service.
Well, the Vikings bringing some energy now onto the court.
Definitely looking to rebound there from a tight, but unfortunately for them, a loss there. We see Gilbert coming on for Benford. We will have Higgins start with the serve here for the Thunder.
And we see Captain Allie High over on the bench coaching Bree Gilbert, taking her spot there.
Higgins leading the team with aces, so we'll see how the service goes. The dug out there by Higgins, set by Gilbert, and it's not going to be good enough as number 7, Emily Schripper, there with the kill.
Yeah, Schripper just made that put down look a little too easy. It was a pretty easy ball to her there for the easy put down.
He sent over by Vranikar. Set out there by Higgins, sent over by Lawson. Dug out there. Be sent over by Schripper, and the rejection's not going to be good as it is off the hands of Treywick, out of bounds. It'll be a 2-0 lead for the Vikings. We'll have Grace Vranikar with the service. We dug out by Treywick. Now the attack by Treywick, and it's going to be rejected at the rim there.
Well, not quite the start Wheaton wanted. We see on the replay there, Treywick jumping up with a lot of power. Just couldn't quite finish there.
Vranikar will send it over. Dug out by Treywick. Set by Higgins. Sent over by Bailey, but it's going to be rejected at the rim by Schripper. Schripper's been absolutely dominating so far.
Yeah, great block there. A lot of energy for the Vikings.
Coming out with a 3-1 lead here Branicar will send it over. Dig by Gilbert. The light touch, and it's not going to be good for Trawick.
Yeah, it looks like she hesitated just a little bit on that jump, like she was trying to switch mid-jump, which, I mean, that would be very hard to do, so couldn't quite get it over.
Branicar here back with the service. Dug out by Gilbert. The save by Higgins. Sent over by Trawick. Saved by Bear Ross. And Aaron Dig for Caps will mean another Viking point. See Branicar back with the service. We dug out by Trawick. Sent over by Lawson. Again by Bear Ross. Sent over by Schripper. Be the set by Higgins. Sent over by Trawick. And that's going to be another point here for the Vikings.
Yeah, I think she was going for that similar set placement. She did a great job of the second set. Ended up winning that set for her, but didn't quite work that time.
Yep, and there's going to be something that the Thunder definitely needed, a service error there by the Vikings, and a welcomed first point.
Yeah, you really want to see that run broken up.
And hopefully the Thunder can build some momentum off that. Trawick there with the service, set by Bear Ross, and it's going to be an Aaron kill attempt by Schripper, a rare mistake for the junior.
Yeah, it looks like her hand just slipped a little bit there.
It'll be sent over by Trawick. A nice serve over. It'll be dug out by Higgins. Sent over by Trawick. The set from Bear Ross. Sent over by Kruger, and it's going to be rejected at the rim by Caps and Bailey.
Yeah, much needed block there. That ball was coming over with a lot of power.
Maybe that was Caps on the solo block there, as Wheaton starting to gain a little bit of momentum here in the third set. Trawick with the service. Be set over by Bear Ross. Rejected at the rim at the net by Bailey. And that's going to be a nice kill by the Vikings.
Well, that's got to be satisfying for Schripper to get that kill. She mishandled the last one.
Here we go. Number 8, Julius will be on the service. Sent over by Lawson. Set over there. The nice jab by Kruger. We sent over by Bailey. Set. And another soft touch there by Schripper. It's going to be sent over by Lawson. Look out again. Bear Ross now with the set over. Caps with a nice touch, and it's saved off the chest of Branicar.
A third foot. Or was that
unbelievable? We'll have to see on the replay what that was. And a nice save there by Trawick. Sent over by Caps. It's going to dance off of the roof, but still saved there by the Vikings. And let's see if the Thunder can dig this out. And it's going to be saved by Caps. Sent over by Gilbert. Unbelievable. And rejected. And the finish by Caroline Caps. What a volley there for the Thunder.
King Arena is rumbling. That was exciting. I think it was a foot. I'm going to have to believe it was a foot.
A third foot. Unbelievable.
Well, that is just a huge momentum shifter for the Thunder to get that exciting point.
You see the substitution, Bailey for Jordan Benford. Be sent over by Gilbert. Dug out by Branicar. Sent over by Julius. The save and the diving attempt by Higgins, but it's not going to be good. Nice effort there.
Yeah, after that last point, you think there's no ball they can't get, but that one was just a little bit too far.
Absolutely. After that last one, anything is now in play. You see Galuzzo back on the service for the Vikings, but there's going to be a timeout here.
Man, I feel like I've just gone through a whirlwind.
And definitely, initially, not the start you want to see from the Thunder. They came out definitely a bit flat. However, they've definitely, has 1 point, can sort of change the momentum of a game. What a volley there.
Yeah, what heart and effort. I mean, if you're head coach Stephanie Schmidt, you got to be pleased with the effort there. You got to be happy with your underclassmen really giving it all they got. And A lot of smiles on their faces, which is always good to see. You know, they're having fun, and you got to play when you're having fun.
Yep, we will see if the Thunder can continue that momentum. Try to tie it up here as they currently trail by 5. You can see definitely a lot of more out of the ordinary stuff tonight, as we can also see the roof comes into play, the low roof here at King Arena. Some of those balls, unbeknownst to some of the viewers, are actually in play if they go off the roof.
Yeah, we saw it go off the basketball rim. I didn't know if it was coming down for a second there. I thought it might get stuck up there, but...
Not exactly sure what the ground rules are if it does.
Right. But great continuation by the Thunder to just keep it in play.
All right, Galuzzo here will be back for the service, with the Vikings leading by 5. Gilbert there with the dig out. And that's going to be a point for the Vikings. I believe there's going to be a violation there on the Thunder.
Yeah, it looks like it's just a little bit too far to the right, but head coach Schmidt calls a timeout.
They want to talk it over a bit as we see the Vikings extend out to a 10-4 lead here in the early goings of the third.
Yeah, the Vikings dancing a little bit in their timeout. They look excited.
Definitely exciting to see some of the celebrations by the bench. I remember one of the big celebrations for the Thunder is when Caroline Capps gets a kill. They sing a little bit of the intro to Sweet Caroline.
Oh.
Definitely like to see that spirit coming off of the bench.
Yes, that's a great cheer. They don't have quite the amount of singers I think they need to be heard tonight, but maybe if they could get the crowd involved a little bit.
Probably too, with a short bench there.
Yeah.
It looks like Higgins is being tended to.
Yeah. Higgins.
By athletic trainer Tonya Baker. All right. You see Galuzzo finally able to get her service here.
Oh, the Vikings doing a little slide routine there. I don't know if that warms up the knees maybe. Or
Augustana definitely bringing out the dance move here at King Arena.
Yeah. And here we go. Almost.
We have Galuzzo finally ready for her serve. She will send it over, dug out by Treweck, set by Lawson, sent over by Benford, dug out by number 24, Aubrey, and that'll be good for the Viking kill.
And we see number 16, Tabitha Clark, a sophomore out of California, coming into the game for the first time.
See if Tabitha Clark can make a difference here for the Thunder. Be dug out by Gilbert, set by Lawson, and that's going to be a point for the Thunder. I believe it was Capps who sent it over.
Yeah, we see Capps kills it there, and oh, she kicked it with her foot again on the replay, but that one did not count.
Wow, another foot almost save in this game. Sent over by Lawson, dug out by Brannicar. We set by Bear Ross. We dug out by Gilbert, set by Lawson, sent over by Clark. And it's going to be dug out there by Galuzzo, sent over by Hurst, and there's going to be a kill for Augustana, Caroline Hurst.
Yeah, it just sends it right to a danger spot for the Thunder. There was no one there.
You see, I believe it was number 30 who will be back on the set, Sydney Kruger, here for the Vikings. She will send it over. Will be tapped by Capps. I believe there's going to be a violation, a carrying violation here on the Thunder.
Yeah, not sure if that was Lawson or the touch before that, but
you see the serve by Kruger, and that's going to be kept alive by Benford. What an effort by Jordan Benford. The tap over by Hurst, dug out by Treweck. Will be sent over, rejected at the rim, but that's going to be out. And Wheaton will gain a point there, and it's 13-6.
Yeah, good to see Caroline Caps get going. And here she is on the serve.
Absolutely. If Wheaton's going to have a chance in this one, they're going to need Caps and Trawick there to be their offense. He's sent over by Hurst, rejected at the rim by Benford, sent up by Trawick. He's sent over by Lawson, rejected at the rim there by, I believe it was Bear Ross for the Vikings.
Yeah, Benford gets a hand on that block and then hustles back to get the spike, but there's just two Vikings right there.
Bear Ross and Janiyah Davis there for the Vikings. So a little bit of extra communication there by the Thunder before the service by Bear Ross. Another whistle, and I believe we have a violation on the Thunder side. Must have been a little bit of confusion there earlier to cause the violation. Stephanie Schmidt still instructing her team, trying to get things sorted out there on the floor.
Looks like they're getting it figured out. We see the sophomores stepping into some leadership positions, coaching their teammates.
The serve is going to be dug out by Lawson. The set by Clark, and there's going to be another violation for the Thunder, as it's going to be a 16-6 lead by the Vikings. It's going to be sent over by 17, Bear Ross. Be sent over by Trawick, and that's going to be out. Nice bid for the Vikings, but it's going to be sent over, and Wheaton's definitely going to need that point.
Yeah, good tip there by Trawick. And let's see if they can go on a run of their own.
Jordan Benford here back for the service. She's been a key contributor for the Thunder in this game. Be dug out by number 5, Galuzzo. Sent over by Kruger. Diving bid and save by Benford. Sent over by Trawick. The tap there. And that's going to be good for the Thunder.
Well, the Wheaton players are excited after that point. It was a great dig by Benford. You can see she was really, really hyped to get that point, and here she is on the serve again.
There was a violation of a double touch there by Janiyah Davis. Need a set there by Hurst. It's going to be sent over into the net by Julius.
Well, you see Trawick yelling, "Let's go," after that play. The energy is really shifting right here in King Arena.
We see Benford looking to go on a run here on the service as Wheaton looks to cut into this lead. We sent over off the net, set by Bear Ross, sent over by Hurst, but rejected there by Trawick.
Well, that was beautiful by the sophomore. She's right there rejecting that ball, and she's got a nice little swagger to her after that play.
We see Benford back for the service. Wheaton cutting into a 6-point lead, and there's going to be a service error by the Thunder. So we see Gilbert coming back into the game with a defensive set. Number 27, Caroline Hurst, will be back for the service for the Vikings, one of the offensive contributors here, and that one's going to go out. So we see an exchange of service errors here for the Vikings and Thunder.
Yeah, out of bounds for the Vikings, and the Thunder with some relief.
They draw within still 6 here. Tabitha Clark, the sophomore, here will be on the service. She will send it over, dug out by number 7, Stripper. And there's going to be a point for the Vikings as Lawson couldn't quite handle the block. We have Grace Vranikar will be back the libero for the service. He'll send it over. Dug out by Trawick, set by Lawson. Be sent over, and the nice kill for Emerson Trawick.
Yeah, another kill for Trawick. You see her jump up, get that great form in, and you knew she was going to kill it when she jumped up.
Trawick now will be back on the service. Wheaton looking to close this gap here, still sitting at 6 at an 18-12 game. And that's going to be sent across, and that's going to be good. What a kill there for I believe it was number 30, Sydney Krug. Here we will see Julius will be back on the service. Dug out by Gilbert. Just a lack of communication there from the Thunder as no one went to get it.
Yeah, not the kind of point you want to lose there.
Only some inexperience showing here. A little bit from the Thunder. Sent over by Julius. Dug out by Trawick. Set over by Caps. Saved by Bailey. Sent over by Lawson. Diving bid by Branniker. He sent over and into the net. As Wheaton is able to bring it to a 20-13 game.
And Benford coming back in. Looks like Lacey Higgins still on the sidelines. Not sure what quite happened to her.
And we'll see later if she makes an appearance back in the game. Gilbert will send it in directly out. As the Vikings add to their lead, it is now 21-13 here. Wheaton's running out of time. You see here number 9, Kira Nelson checking into the game here for the Vikings. I believe it would be her first time in. Going out for Evie Jervis. You see, I believe that is Galuzzo will be back on the service. Set there by Lawson. Bumped over by Caps. Be the set by Nelson. Freshly into the game. Sent over. Diving bid by Clark, but it won't be good.
Yeah, number 17, Bear Ross. Jumping in enthusiasm there. They had a good play. Great placement there.
Galuzzo will be back for the service now. The Vikings 2 points away from match. We'll send it over. Dug out by Trawick. Sent over by Lawson. Sent by Caps to the rim. Sent back over. I believe that was Lawson. And that's going to be a nice placement there for Nelson.
Yeah, she had a great setup. Easy kill there to the right side.
Nelson immediately making an impact as she comes into the final part of this set for the Augustana Vikings. You'll see I believe it was the referee having some words for the Thunder.
Yeah, I think a bit of sweat was being wiped up as well. And we see another new player for the Thunder coming in.
Yeah, the dugout by Gilbert, set by Lawson, sent over by Trawick, diving bid by Branniker, be rejected at the rim by Caps, excuse me. Be sent over by Nelson, and that's going to be out. The Wheaton are able to gain a point back. It's going to be 23-14.
And a bit of confusion. Looks like the point is going to the
will
Vikings.
Go back to the Vikings. A little bit of confusion on the floor as Coach Schmidt is enraged.
She seems to want the refs to use the line judges.
Definitely a little bit of a controversial call there.
Oh.
A nice set by Lawson. Wow. Little excuse me set over there.
Yeah, that was Swifty there. Just kind of looks over her back, and she's gotten the point.
And saving the Thunder a set defeat for now. It's going to be match point here for the Vikings as Tabitha Clark checks back in. That was Kara Carragher coming in for the Thunder. Be dug out there by the Vikings. Set over by Kruger. Be tapped. Sent over by Nelson, and she'll have the final kill of this set as the Vikings take it 25-14.
Well, the Vikings take that set, and it's 2-1, but definitely an exciting set. Not as competitive as the first two, but The Thunder showed a lot of new skill. I mean, we had 2 players in for their first minutes of the game, Tabitha Clark and Kiera Carragher. So just a lot of new faces, a lot of new stuff going on, and I'm impressed with the Thunder's resiliency here.
Yeah, definitely going to need some more of that resiliency as they move in to the 4th set here. Definitely some miscommunications there by the Thunder. Going to definitely want to clean those up as Coach Schmidt wants to talk to her team before the final, or not before the final set, but before the 4th set. Hopefully not final set here at King Arena.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw that the Thunder can compete, so, you know.
Again, definitely a little bit more of a challenge than from their previous 3 matchups. Definitely seeing some more adversity and more competition than they saw over the weekend, where they only dropped 1 set in the Maryland Schreiber Invitational, only 1 to Concordia University. That was it. The rest of the sets were completely controlled by Wheaton there.
Yeah, I talked to a few of the players about how they were feeling going into this game, and just pure smiles on their faces. They were on a hot streak, and just a lot of confidence and excited going into conference play. So I think that confidence will continue to influence this game as they keep fighting.
Yep, and it definitely is a good test for this team as they look to battle back from a 2-1 deficit and send this thing to a 5th set here.
Yeah, and we see freshmen leading the way, Benford and Lawson, with a lot of kills here.
Definitely those 2 partially leading the way for the Thunder, the other ones being Caps and Treyweck there, being the main providers of offense for the Thunder. And we see on the Augustana side, Caroline Hurst has been an active player, and some nice kills at the end there by Nelson. Kara Nelson, we'll see if she makes more of an appearance earlier on here in the 4th set for the Vikings.
Yeah, and Emily Shipper with 14 kills. She's got a powerful arm tonight.
Definitely with 14 kills leading the way for the Vikings, with Caroline Hurst and Sydney Kruger with 8 and 7. And then for the Thunder, we see Abby Lawson with 9 leading the way, and the Caroline Caps with 7, Treyweck with 6. Look to see if they can get Treyweck and Caps going here in the later portion of this game.
Yeah, and Bree Gilbert filling up a new section of the stat category she hasn't fulfilled before. She's at 12 digs, doing a great job taking on the role of libero.
Definitely for digs. Gilbert wasn't even in the top 5 before coming into this game. Treyweck was at 59 beforehand, so the libero Allie High was dealing with most of the defense there. Definitely Gilbert stepping into a new role tonight.
Yeah, and it looks like she might have taken off that libero jersey for this 3rd set. This 4th set.
Only interesting as we see a swap of roles. Thunder going with no libero currently. See how their defense covers.
Yeah, it looks like the ref is a bit curious about that.
Interesting seeing a smile there from Lawson. Maybe the ref was talking to her. There's a little bit of confusion there. It looks like we'll have Augustana starting with the service, seeing as they won the last set. So we will have Evie Jarvis here for the Vikings. Junior from Griffith, Indiana, standing in there. Is one of their main defensive specialists outside of Raniker.
A bit of a pause here. We got Higgins still on the sideline. Katie Stott's out here to support. She went down with a concussion, but still out here supporting.
Dig out by Gilbert, sent over by Lawson, rejected at the net. Dig over, sent back by Gilbert, and it's going to be good for the kill. Gilbert stepping out of the libero jersey and into the outside hitter role.
Well, that's the way you want to start. It's got to feel good for Gilbert. Probably back in her rhythm there.
You see Abby Lawson here. Be good for the service. She'll send it over. Dug out by Vraniker. Be sent over by number 7, Stripper. And Gilbert will send it over. The set by Caps will be sent over back to Caps. Be set by Bear Ross. Be dug out by Benford. Set over by Treywick. Bumped gently by Caps. And let's see what. Oh, and a rejection there by Caps.
Caps nodding her head. You love that confidence there by the sophomore jumping up.
The attempt at a softer one there by Julius. And Caps was having none of it. As Lawson will send it over. Dug out by Vraniker. Sent over by Schripper. And there's another kill.
Yeah, Schripper with a lot of power. But look at that beautiful set there. That's a nice assist. Just gave it right up there.
Schripper been one of the main offensive forces here for the Vikings in this game. As Vraniker will send it over. Dug out by Benford. Set by Treywick. Sent over by Gilbert. And there's going to be a kill for the Thunder as it was off the hands of the defenders.
And a different start to this set. The switch up for Gilbert seems to be working for her.
As the Thunder have opened up to a 3-1 lead here in the 4th set. We have another delay here on the court.
Looks like a bit more sweat on the court. Means the players are working hard. We love to see it.
Definitely, definitely. You can see, looks like it'll be Bailey be back on the service for the Thunder. Talking things over with Lawson. Freshman middle blocker will line up and send it over. Dug out by Schreiber, and that's going to be out. An Aaron dig out by Schreiber will lead to a 4-1 lead.
Yeah, new burst of life for the Thunder. You see their hands thrown up in the air.
You see Bailey will be back for the service. Dug out by Jervis. Be rejected at the net. Sent over by Schreiber. Set by Treywick. Sent over by Caps, but rejected at the net.
Well, a good setup by the Thunder, but the Vikings were right there ready for that.
And that was number 8, Jaden Julius there on the block. Will be Julius back to serve. The save by Treywick. What a save off the hands of Gilbert. Will be set over by Bear Ross. Dug out by Lawson. It's going to be sent over by Caps. Nice diving play by Vraniker. He sent over by, I believe that was Schreiber, but that's going to be out.
Out of bounds. The Thunder rejoice.
Another point here for the Thunder as it's going to be 5-2 here. Looking to gain some momentum here in this 4th one to cause a 5th. Be sent over by Gilbert. Dug out there by Jervis. He dug out there again by Gilbert. Set by Treywick. And Benford goes for the light tap, but not quite strong enough.
Yeah, she looks a little disappointed. She's gotten that all game long, but
you see Benford's been a key contributor here. See if they can get her back going on the offensive side as the Vikings pull within 2. You see here Galuzzo will be back on the set, or on the serve. Dug out by Lawson. Is set by Treywick. Sent over by Caps. Saved by Treywick. Sent over by Lawson. Dug out by Vraniker. And the nice set there by the Vikings.
yeah, that move seems to be working. Another tricky set there and just right in the middle of no space, the Thunder.
It'll be number 17, Amelie Bear Ross on the kill. Dug out by Lawson, set by Treywick, sent over by Caps, but that's going to be rejected at the rim as the Vikings even it up at 5.
Yeah, a couple missed hits here are really costing the Thunder early in the game, but it's tied up 5-5. We got a clean slate here.
It looks like we see the Thunder in some new roles as Trawick's been getting most of the sets here. Set by Trawick, sent over by Benford. Dig out by Raniker. Set sent over by Nelson. By Trawick again. Benford with another try, and it's going to be saved by Nelson. Tapped back over by Trawick. It'll be Aubrey with the save. You see Gilbert sending it over, and there's going to be a handling violation by the Thunder.
Yeah, I hate to see that call, but it looks like just quite not the right hit there.
As the Vikings take a 1-point lead. Be sent over by Galuzzo. Tapped over by Trawick, and that's going to be a not much needed kill for the Thunder.
And that's an energy booster. Good receive and great finish.
As we see Trawick in a new role as setter, normally at outside hitter. He dug out there by the Vikings, sent over by Nelson, and that's going to be off of Gilbert and good for another kill for the Vikings.
Well, I thought Gilbert did a good job of ducking, but I think it just grazed her.
Maybe that was either off her or that landed in. So we see number 30, Kruger, back for service. Be dug out by Gilbert, sent over by Benford, and that's going to be good for a kill for Jordan Benford, a welcome sight for Wheaton.
Benford bringing the energy back. And a great celebration on that kill.
The Thunder are going to need Benford to continue perform offensively for the team if they're going to want success here tonight. Benford will send it over, and that's going to be a service error for the freshman.
Well, if you are head coach Schmidt, you got to be excited about the freshman getting these minutes and this experience so early in the year, in the season, even if you are hurting, missing your two seniors.
We will have Bear Ross back on the service. He bumped over by Trawick, sent over by Lawson. The set is dug out by Caps, sent over by Lawson again, sent over by Trawick, and she comes down with authority.
Wow. That was another one I would love to see the velocity on. Straight down.
I believe that was off the leg of Galuzzo there. As Trawick finally getting some kills. Rex is going to send it over. Dug out by Raniker. Was sent over by Nelson. Rejected at the rim, but that's going to be, I believe, a violation on the Vikings.
And here we have a bit of momentum for the Thunder.
I believe that's going to be a double tap there on Nelson. As Trawick will send it over. Dug out by Raniker. Sent over by Julius, and that's going to be off the hands of Caps. As hopefully Benford went running into the stands there. Hopefully she's okay.
Yeah, Benford coming back. She's a fighter.
I'm showing a lot of hustle in this game and the game against Laureus. Here's Evie Jervis. Will send it over. Dug out by Bailey. Sent over by Lawson. Dug out by Jervis again. Sent over by Schripper. Sent over by Bailey this time. Sets and over. And diving stop by Benford, but it's not going to be good enough. Nice kill there for the Vikings.
Yeah, back and forth again. This is a game of runs, and whoever is making the most runs is winning this game.
Really a big momentum shifter as we go back and forth here. Dug out by Caps, set by Trawick. It's going to be over, and that's going to be an easy spike for number 7, Schreiber.
Yeah, Trawick just setting it right there for Schreiber, and that was an easy kill there.
There's a bit of an errand set for Trawick, who's not normally in this role. She's going to set it over to Gilbert, and a nice finesse on that touch from Gilbert.
And Gilbert gets it. You can see a lot of focus in Trawick's face, and she gets that set for her teammate, fellow sophomore Gilbert, and it's got to feel good to be back in in that spiker position.
As we see for Lawson, will send it over. Dug out by Branniker. Be sent over by Julius with authority there.
Yeah, a lot of power there by number 8, Jaden Julius. She had 6 kills, so she's definitely a presence on the attack there.
As Branniker will send it over. Nice dig by Benford. Be sent over by Bailey, but rejected at the rim there. It's number 30, Sydney Kruger for the Vikings.
Yeah, it looked good for Bailey, but a lone blocker there was just right where she wanted to hit it over.
And Schmidt's going to want to talk things over. So we see definitely a good start for the Thunder, but the Vikings are starting to gain a little bit of momentum here. So we see also definitely some adjustments on the Wheaton side in terms of positioning that have been very interesting.
Yeah, that's something that I'm sure they've had to be open to tonight. Not having their usual players, their usual rhythm. You got to be open to adjustments. You got to be ready to take on new roles, which I'm just really impressed on how the Wheaton Thunder, they haven't been making excuses. They've been ready to just jump in wherever they're needed.
As we see Emerson Trawick there at setter, in a role normally occupied by Davis Whitehead and Lancey Higgins. We haven't seen Higgins on the floor since around the second set or so, and Whitehead has not been in the game either, so Trawick has had to step up in that position. As we can see, Schmidt definitely trying to fire up her team. And then on the position of libero, High not in the game, with Gilbert trying to cover for a bit there.
Yeah, I mean, even within these sets, we've had Higgins go out. Another adjustment that's had to be made for the Thunder, but they're handling it well, and we'll see if they can go on a run here. They're only down 3 in this 4th set.
And the Vikings tendering a 3-point lead here as Branniker's going to send it over. Be dug out by Benford, sent over by Caps, and that's going to touch one of the poles there on the net and be out.
Yeah, good dig by Benford. Caps up there, but the Vikings celebrate after that point.
Going to be sent over by Branniker again, dug out by Lawson, set by Trawick, saved over by Bear Ross. Be sent over by Schripper, sent over by Lawson, and a nice save off the roof there from Branniker, tapped over by Schripper. Be set, and there's a little bit of miscommunication there from the Thunder.
Yeah, pretty energetic volley there, but that was a tough ball to get. Gilbert tries her best, but a little bit off-angled there.
You can see Branniker continuing her service. Will be set by Trawick, sent over by Bailey. The bid there by Schripper, continuing her dominant performance here tonight.
Yeah, Caps looks behind her, and there's just no one there filling that space.
Branniker will be back for the service. Dug out by Lawson, set by Trawick over. A diving play by Branniker, another diving play by Bear Ross, as Benford is going to need to save it for the Thunder. And a nice play there at the end by Caps, off the hands, believe it was Julius.
Yeah, we love to see Caps back in it. Getting her sets from Trawick, which is new for her, but she's doing a great job.
You can see Bailey will be back on the service. She will send it over. Dug out by Jervis, and a deadly kill there from Julius. Yeah, coming down with authority.
She has really come out with a lot of fire as of late, and she'll serve it now.
As the Vikings start to open up a 6-point lead here. Be another miscommunication there, a little bit strong on the dig by Lawson.
Yeah, we've seen a few of those there where just 2 Thunder players going for the same dig, and that just comes with time, comes with growth.
Of course. You see Julius back on the service. It's going to be set by Gilbert. It's set by Bear Ross, sent over, and that's going to be out. A rare miss by Emily Schreiber, and the Thunder get a point back.
And that's crucial for the Thunder. We're moving in where the Vikings are reaching almost to 20. That's a danger zone.
As the Vikings looking to pull away in this one, Thunder need to get back in, and they're running out of time. Dug out by Vraniker, sent over by Julius, and there's going to be another miscommunication there for the Thunder, as Benford was the lone one diving for that.
Well, a few subs coming in here for the Vikings.
As we see Nelson coming in, as well as Galuzzo, who will be back for the service. Galuzzo will send it over. Dug out by Lawson. Sent over by Trawick. Nelson will be on the attack. Saved over. Lawson's going to need to send it over. Set up for Nelson on the outside, and a diving bid, but no good by Gilbert.
Yeah, the Vikings with a lot of momentum. They're looking to close things out here in the King Arena.
You see a 20-12 lead here for the Vikings. Wheaton trying to crawl back in, see if they can get a rally going. And it's going to be a nice block at the rim by Trawick. Be sent back over, dug out by Gilbert. Set by Trawick. Lawson on the attack, and that's going to be a nice attack and kill for Abby Lawson. Or I believe that was Caroline Capps, excuse me.
Yeah, Caroline Capps on the left side doing some damage. She makes it look too easy there, trying to get a run for the Thunder.
You're going to have to see someone go on a run here for Wheaton as if they want to get back in this game. You see the bump by Bear Ross. Be sent over by Lawson. Diving bid by Vraniker. Sent over by Nelson. Rejected at the rim by Benford and Trawick.
And these are the plays that Coach Schmidt wants to see here late in the game. This is the resilience they need, as they are not giving up here in King Arena.
You can see Capps here on the service. See if Wheaton can go on a run, get back in this game. Be set there, sent over by Kruger. Set by Benford, spike over by Lawson, and that's going to be out as Lawson gets the kill, and we're starting to see Wheaton make things a little interesting here.
Yeah, another point for the Thunder, and the crowd is in it. They're engaged, looking to hopefully even this match out.
We see Capps back for the service, seeing if she can continue this run here for the Thunder. It's going to be dug out by Vraniker. Set and sent over by Nelson. Saved by Bailey. Be sent over, rejected at the rim. And Lawson's going to try again. Dug out by Galuzzo. Set, Kruger's going to send it over, and that's going to be good.
Yeah, great placement there by Kruger. There was a lot going on in that volley, and the Thunder just had creeped up, and no one was there to get that.
We can see the Vikings trying to close this thing out. It'll be number 26, Alexis Richards, here on the service. First time we've called her name today. Will be dug out by Gilbert, set by Trawick, sent over by Benford, and that's going to be a nice kill there by Jordan Benford.
Benford getting the Thunder back into it, and she'll serve it now.
It is you see Kruger leave the game for Vraniker. We have Benford back on the service. Looking to turn things around here for Wheaton. She'll send it over. Vraniker there with the dig. Set by Bear Ross. It'll be a nice dig out by Gilbert. It'll be sent over by Bailey. Set by Bear Ross. Set by Nelson. And there's going to be a nasty spike from Kira Nelson.
Well, Nelson has shown all game that she can do that. We see Trawick going up there trying to block that, saying it was her bad, but great attempt there.
As we will have Bear Ross here on the service. Be tapped up by Capps. Kept alive by Bailey. That's going to be sent over by Lawson. Tap set from Julius. Kept alive by Trawick. Sent over by Lawson again. Saved by Galuzzo. Kept up by Bear Ross. Rejected, but straight down by Bailey.
Yeah, the aggression that the Vikings are showing now is really getting the Thunder, as they couldn't get that block.
You see the Vikings drawing 2 points within victory here. as Bear Ross will send it over. The save by Treywick, sent over by Benford. Set by Raniker, the nice tap. A diving bid by Benford there for a critical save. Be dug out there by Lawson. Be sent over by, I believe that was Julius, and a nice adjustment there. She's able to get the point.
Yeah, well, that was a volley with a lot of heart. And that last spike was just a weird angle there, and Treywick couldn't get it back over.
It's going to be match point here for the Vikings and game point as Bear Ross is back for the service. She'll send it over. Benford with the dig. Sent over by Lawson, and that's going to be a nice kill there for Lawson, much needed for the Thunder.
Lawson with some heart and soul in that kill. Again, the Vikings just can't handle it. Hits her square in the neck.
We see Treywick back for the service. She'll send it over. Dug out by Galuzzo. Sent over by Nelson. Dug out by Treywick. Be sent over by Lawson. Kept alive by Bailey. We're going to have Bailey probably send it over. Dug out by Nelson. Be sent over by number 25, Dunner. And the kill attempt by Gilbert, and that's going to be good.
Gilbert and the Thunder fighting to keep themselves alive in this set. Down 6 here.
And in this game, we want to continue. Need to see from near flawless play from Wheaton. Going to dig out by Galuzzo, sent over, and that's going to be a carrying violation, and the Thunder aren't dead yet.
Yeah, another point for the Thunder. Vikings just making some mistakes there.
You can see Treywick back to continue her service. Dug out by Galuzzo. Sent over by Nelson. Dug out by Treywick. Save over by Bailey. Sent over by Lawson. Rejected at the rim. And then Treywick is going to save it, and that's going to be out. The Viking will take this one 25-19 for the fourth set, and a 3-1 victory here for the Vikings as the Thunder fall in their CCIW opener.
Yeah, what we saw all game. The Thunder wanted it. They were giving their effort. They had the skill, but I think the lack of experience and some crucial miscommunications down the line cost them this game.
Definitely some good play by the Thunder towards the end, but you said it, definitely some miscommunication and experience. This is definitely a game that the Thunder can learn from as they continue on in conference play here.
Yeah, excited to see how they use this as a teachable moment. And spring down the road, they've got a tournament this weekend in Michigan, hoping to turn things around and continue that streak.
Yep, definitely a little bit of an interruption from their previous hot streak. Let's see if the Thunder can get some momentum going as they head into their tournament in Michigan. They will drop to 5-3 and 0-1 in CCIW play here. But all said and done, a good try by the Thunder as they lose this one to Augustana, 3-1 at King Arena. Really tough to see, but going forward and see if the Thunder can rebound from this and continue on their hot streak.
Yeah, and we look forward to y'all joining us then.
Absolutely. Definitely an honor to call the first game here at King Arena. Definitely good to see volleyball back here for the first time this year.
Well, thank you for joining us, folks, and we will see you next time.
Yep, for Dominic Brown
And Caroline Sickink.
Yep, saying good night.